All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation, a quick little announcement. Game times for tonight's championship games. The Rec Championship game will take place at 7:30 p.m. The Open Championship game will take place at 8:30 p.m. Again, Rec Championship, 7:30, Open, 8:30. We'll give you the wrong times in this upcoming episode of This Week in Rec, which is why we are announcing that right now. 7:30 Rec, 8:30 Open. Now is this week's episode of This Week in Rec. All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation, my name is Reid Nelson. This is Jason Briggs. This Week in Rec. Final Four recap and prediction segment for tomorrow night's championship game between them and Bigsmash. We'll start with the opener tonight. Them takes down Squires in a down-to-the-wire game. Talk a little bit about that matchup.
The Squires were doing exactly what they needed to do the almost 38 minutes of that game, which is just grind it out. And when you're grinding it out and you've got the size advantage, you're going to win 95% of the time. A key turnover at the end. The Squires were up 3, turned the ball over. Quentin grabbed the steal, kicked it to Jordan Jensen, pulled within 1. And it really energized them with like 5.5 minutes left. They got really pumped up. The defense was a lot more intense in the second half, but the first 2/3 of that second half, it was way too tight. It was way too aggressive, and it was just a fouling defense. And the last 6 minutes, it was just pressure, get back, pressure, get back, pressure, get back. They really recover well, so they can throw a trap out. They can really guard that drive and let the shooter, not worry about a guy beating them because they're fast enough to get back. And they hit some big shots at the end. They made their free throws. The Squires, their free throw percentage could not have been great tonight. I think they were 22 of 25 last week, and tonight, I think Hamill alone probably missed 5 or 6 free throws. So,
speaking of Hamill, a couple minutes left in the game. He draws a legal screen penalty, which was a big turn. Do you feel like the right call was made?
Yeah, I think he leaned into it. Just a little. I mean, when you're that size, you've got to be even more careful, because if you're 6'6" and 225 pounds of muscle, you're going to do some damage if someone runs into you. So if you're not straight up, just completely there for a normal pick, then you're going to get called for that. And I think he put a little oomph in it. Not much, but maybe a little bit.
I mean, I've seen a lot worse. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
But it certainly was a little something there. So Aaron Wimsett, Minnesota Region Coordinator, had an opportunity to speak with Casey Ehrenberg, who hit 2 huge free throws to ice the game for them. Here's Casey.
All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation. I'm here with Casey Ehrenberg of them. What's your second season? You're going to the championship. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. Last season, struggled a little bit. Had a lot of losses. Got to join a good team. Got some good camaraderie going, and made it to the chip. So we got one more.
So you signed up online as a free agent. Did they pick you up from online, or did they contact you from last year?
They saw me play last season in Fridley. I actually played with Q and Devin one time randomly at the Target Center. They liked the way I shot, I guess, and I was lucky enough for them to pick me up.
So game, it was close throughout. It seems like you guys kind of revved it up in the second half. You guys were pressing them and playing a really hard man-to-man, and it seemed to affect the outcome of the game. Kind of talk about when you decided to do that and how you're going to take that going in the championship.
I mean, we win our games with defense. We have all season. We weren't shooting the ball too well, but we knew that they passed the ball really well, but they didn't have a lot of dribblers. Didn't have a lot of ball handlers, so we decided to turn up the pressure. Man-to-man press, full court. It seemed to work out. We got a few steals at the end, a few key and ones, and that kind of turned the game around. So
we got the club and Bigsmash next. Who do you think is going to win this game?
Oh, man. I mean, we've been down in the club all season, so I'm interested to see how this turns out. Bigsmash is good. We lost them in overtime earlier this year. Good physical game. I wouldn't mind seeing them again. I mean, it's size against speed right here, so we'll see who prevails.
Thanks, sir. Congrats. Thanks, bud.
That was Aaron Wimsett with Casey Ehrenberg. Them will travel to their first championship game after going to the Final Four last season. They've got to be pumped. Let's talk about their opponent. Bigsmash tonight came in against the club. Yep. You picked the club. But Big Smash played the right game, which was slow things down.
They slowed things down in the half court, and more importantly, they're a team that foolishly likes to run sometimes. They didn't do that tonight. It was all extremely smart, fast breaks when they did it. If the leak out wasn't there, the pass wasn't thrown. It was some of the smartest basketball I've seen Reid's Big Smash play in a long time. I mean, it was really good, and I think the addition of Arsenio helped that. Now, there was some bad defense at times, and some bad offense at times by your squad, but for the most part, you guys played almost a perfect game against who you were going up against tonight. So.
Yeah, the club did get frustrated. I mean, it wasn't the same old trash talking to trash talk. There was some frustration in there.
Absolutely.
They got 2 technical fouls. I believe Xavier made fun of the referee's shoes, right, which immediate T, 2 shot. We made all 4 of our free throws, so they didn't necessarily keep their head, but they did get off to a good start. They're fast as heck.
Yep.
Big Smash has played a dang near perfect game. So tomorrow night or tonight, Thursday, 7:30, Bloomington South. Not only will the Rec Championship be taking place, but the Open Championship will also be taking place. We'll also be giving out the MVP award for both the Open and the Rec. I've seen the trophies. They're pretty sweet. So instead of doing the All-Star game, we decided to invest the money in some nice trophies. So
did I win?
You did not win, but there was a couple of write-in votes for you. So let's preview them. Big Smash overtime in the regular season. Big Smash led throughout most of it, but them clawed back. Big Smash ended up winning that game in the regular season. What's the game plan tomorrow night? Starting with them.
Them is they're going to break out the zone because of just Twan's sheer presence alone. So I think. If they don't extend it so far, I think they're going to have a nice time trying to slow you guys with the zone. That should be their game plan. Also to pressure the ball. Now, as Arsenio talked tonight, boastfully claiming that if the club decides to press us, we're going to win by 25. Didn't quite come to fruition as far as that final score, but they did win. So I'm interested to see them press as well. There's a difference between a trapping press and just a press for the sake of pressing. And them does a nice job generating turnovers from their press. So if they're able to do that and get you guys stuck, some of your non-ball handlers up in the corners, I think that's a smart game plan as well as mixing up the defense, throwing some zones, throwing some man-to-man, and Nick Geeson's going to need a big game.
Well, yeah, and he wasn't around for last Thursday night's game. So I don't know if he's a Thursday night guy. Big Smash's game plan. Talk about it.
Use your girth. Identical to tonight. Absolutely identical to tonight. Slow it down. Use your size. There's going to be 3 refs, so there's going to be frustration. The club could not get over the fact that this was a very tightly called game. So, them struggled with that a little bit. They were able to overcome it and got out of their own heads and realized, hey, this is how they're calling it. We're going to have to do it. This is how we're going to play. So, it's going to need a very similar Big Smash game plan. Slow the ball down, run when you can, not every possession, but when you can, and hit that leak out. Mike does a great job leaking out sometimes. Glenn does a great job. Hey, even Twan was up there leaking out on a few of these. So it was strategically not just one person. It was several guys all over the court, and it was a well-executed game plan. And if you guys do it exactly like you did tonight, you're going to win.
One thing is certain, there will be a banner hanging in Bloomington, a 3rd banner. So Fridley seems to have been kind of dominating the banner discussion, but both them and Big Smash reside down here in Bloomington, so banner's coming back to Bloomington.
So who do you think's going to win, Reid?
I will not be making a prediction on tomorrow night's championship game, but I will certainly have a great view of the game. So we'll see you tonight, Thursday night, Bloomington South, Open Championship, Rec Championship. All in a good time.
Prediction, Big Smash by 6.
There's your prediction. Thank you, everyone.